We are. Hello. We is live. And I've got paste all over me already.
We haven't even started yet.
I was pre-pasting, pre-chalking.
Yeah.
Our little round. We did a little staining beforehand. That way you guys didn't have to sit there and watch me paste with a little brush. Let me get this changed over so we can see comments.
So anyway, hi.
Don't mind me. I'm just talking.
You just come on into our craft room. My husband's already having a conversation. So I am Jamie Macon. This is the husband. I'm doing this totally backwards.
That's okay.
And today we have a very special guest / my tutor for the evening, Miss Theresa B. DIY. I got it right on the first time. So yay. Today we are making Chalk and Cricut babies.
We are making Chalk and Cricut babies, and I forgot to put my phone on silent.
Hello, Jamie and Sarah. Welcome.
Oh, hey, what's going on, guys?
Welcome. Today's going to probably be a little weird. I mean, we're weird, so you might be used to it, but whatever.
Somebody's a little sick today, too, so it's going to be a little extra weird. A little cold medicine weird.
Yeah.
So, and we are going to do some Cricut chalk babies.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the chalking. She's going to do the cricketing. T's doing Cricut.
And both.
She's teaching me.
Doing both. Okay.
I'm doing
So-
a little something like I'm gonna call it high tech because it makes me feel better. I'm doing something with the heat press and with ink.
Whoa.
Whoa.
She just wanted to show us up.
That's rude.
Fine, you guys are on your own.
I apologize.
I'm so sorry.
Because my friend Teresa gave me some vinyl. It's already cut and everything,
But you got to do the weeding.
but I got to do the weeding. And she even sent me the tools because she knows I doesn't have them.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna take the odd chance that you actually had them at your Dollar Tree or something because Dollar Tree sells some kind of form of them. I haven't seen them in my store even, so I knew there was no chance that you would see them in yours.
Ours stink. Anytime somebody says, "Oh, just go to Dollar Tree," we're like, it's got nothing.
I will next year when it actually shows up. That's the reality of it.
Yes.
Did you already show this off? I forgot.
I don't think I did. So
Okay.
we just have a wooden round. It's just a piece of luan that I cut out, and I took a little bit of our grayish, storm. It's gray. Took a little bit of gray with a little water wipe and actually stained the board, so it's just got like a weathered gray look to it.
Very nice.
So give us a little background to get started, and then we're going to do some.
You gotta do waxing.
Got to do waxing. We're going to do a little patterning on there, and then Jamie's going to do some vinyl. What do you got planned, T?
I am going to put that I just stuck together. This brand new transfer that is actually a retired one that I got from said Jamie Macon. I'm going to use it just for the print, though.
Isn't it pretty?
Oh, that one is cool.
So, unfortunately, for those who are watching, it is retired. Sorry. Sorry. You snooze, you lose.
You know,
Which brings up a good point. If you do see a transfer that you love, you should probably buy it now because you never know.
it could be gone quickly.
Now, this one feels like a lot less sticky. I don't know if it was just like, like while I'm fuzzing it, it feels much less sticky. This is my first experience with an older transfer.
Yep. It is less sticky, in fact. So this is actually a fabulous time.
I'm going to switch us over here while you guys are discussing stickiness.
Okie dokie. So for you go ahead and do your thing, husband. If you get like an older transfer or something, if you look at the very bottom left-hand corner, it will give you the item number, and at the very, very last letter, or it'll say have a W. Yeah, right there. So, but all the way at the end, it'll have a bunch of numbers. Yeah, down there. If it has a W, that means it's a water-based transfer.
Not that
And yours is older.
Not that it's going to focus, of course, but it has an M. It has an M.
Yep. Nope. The W W means that it's a water-based transfer. So yours is petroleum-based. All that means it's just a little less sticky, and actually you don't have to be as careful with it when you wash it.
Good to know that. I've been having some washing troubles. Apparently, Jeff and I determined, for those of you who don't know, that's the husband's name.
Hello.
I've had some problems with washing, and we determined that might be related to my water. I think I have hard water.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm going to start trying to do more like either bottled water or distilled water or fancy things to wash my transfers. Well,
get yourself a Brita.
My husband was like, well, we could put like a water softener in. He's like, but those are a pain to maintain. So I don't really know how long that'll last. I told Jeff, I was like, oh, that means I'm moving. My home is interfering with my ability to craft.
Yeah. We cannot
I'm gonna
put
the camera down so everyone can see what's going on.
Oh, sunflower. Have we ever had a sunflowers transfer? I don't know.
There's a sunflower. Well, I guess it's more of a daisy. You know, I'm not sure.
I don't think I've ever seen one, but that really doesn't mean much. Jamie's the one that knows all of them.
I think there was, but I think that was even before my time. Which makes me sound ancient. I've only been with chalk for 2 years. So.
Back in my day.
Yeah, back in the day.
This actually, like, I'm like moving it to this transfer to kind of like reposition it, and it is moving like super easy.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, water-based ones better or worse?
Advantage and disadvantage to both. Those are more durable, the ones you have there, as far as washing and everything like that. But once you get used to the water base, and obviously you guys are used to the water base to start with, they're so much stickier. Mm-hmm. So especially if you're doing cloth or if you're doing any kind of fabric, the water base is really nice because it sticks better.
And not stickier like, just for everybody else watching, not stickier like can't pick it up and replace it somewhere else, but just lasts longer. The adhesive feels adhesivier. Adhesivier.
That is definitely a technical term.
It sure is. On this show, it sure is.
I make things up. Husband's going to make a custom color.
I am. I'm going to make a custom color, and it had to be teal.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Natural.
So we don't have a teal shimmer. So I'm taking some of the, forget which camera I'm on. Taking some of the Shimmer Frost, which is just obviously frosty white. And we're going to take some of the Tide and make ourselves a shimmer teal.
Ooh.
Tide shimmer? Shimmer Tide? I don't know.
So I'm using ink. This is legit the only ink I have. So it's going to be black. But that's all right, though. And some of you may be saying, why in the world are you doing ink? That is because I am going to do a heat transfer vinyl on top of this.
Ooh.
We're going to all experience the very first time of trying to do ink on wood. We'll see how that goes. I've only invested in a Dollar Tree cutting board, so if it's not possible, it's not the end of the world. And my heat transfer vinyl is something that Cricut gave me. So again, not a big, investment.
Perfect.
Exactly. For those of you who don't know, I do obviously do Cricut, and I made not made it, but I put the stuff on the back of Jamie's shirt she's wearing today.
Yeah. Remind me when we'll switch over and I'll show you.
And what
made it? You guys can see, it's got kind of a like metal flake or a
shimmer.
That's the word I'm looking for. Glitter. It's got like glitter in it.
It's a holographic.
Okay.
I'm going to use it today too. But what made it the best is I actually did it on a sponsored video by Cricut. If you don't live in YouTube world, that means Cricut paid me to make that video, and I made a chalk shirt. How much better could that be, right? I could really get away with it saying stuff like that on this channel.
You can do whatever you want here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but. Oh, and of course, I've already spilled over on the wood, so clearly.
Nice.
Yeah. But
Okay.
peel that on back.
Do you
Yeah,
want to
start
start
some of this
weeding,
way.
and I will pull this out of the way, and you can.
Oh, we can share some space here.
Okay.
I think.
So Jamie's going to try her hand at weeding.
So if my logic is correct, I'm leaving the words on the backer paper, correct?
Yes.
I'm pulling all the other stuff off.
Well, that depends. What are you going to do with it? Do you want to
Wow.
stick the words onto something, or do you want to make it a stencil?
I was gonna stick the words.
Okay, then you want to weed around everything else.
All right, let's put
And
my
for
fingernail-
those of you non-Cricut people, what that means is you're going to take all the extra stuff off.
All the outside
What's
stuff.
that? I was even able to get the ink off the side. I'm fancy now.
Nice.
You can tell I messed up. Nobody has to know.
Well, that looks good.
Oh,
See?
Thank you. Ooh, what is that? Something just buzzed. I don't even know what that was. I'm gonna pretend it didn't happen.
I heard nothing.
Well, it came from it was my little squirter bottle thing. I think it was like resetting itself after putting water. I was like, I don't know what that was. There's nothing even electronic over there right now.
It's all okay. It's all okay.
So, all right. So, right now this looks like a big bunch of holographic coolness. This is those of you who have never worked with heat transfer vinyl or any vinyl maybe, this is the side that is going to go like on my surface. This is the side that is facing upward. So see? Ooh, isn't that cool?
Whoa.
This is the side we weed. One thing that I probably honestly would have sent Jamie some heat transfer vinyl had I known she has a heat press. It's actually really easy and forgiving to weed.
Oh, we'll see. Look, this is just like chalk. I got vinyl all on my fingers.
Yep. It's not hard to do.
Oh.
And I'll have to, if you guys need something, you have to yell at me because I can't really see my cameras like at a weird angle. And if I watch on the computer monitor, it's like delayed by a good, 10 seconds.
All right. Oh, don't worry. I'll holler.
Okay.
I'm good at that, huh, babe?
You're good at something.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to pull this off and make a little noise with the hairdryer.
Well, I'm going to let everybody see my handful of vinyl.
Now, you might have to cut as you go.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
have some scissors nearby if it gets to the point where it's like all tangled up and you think it's going to fall on itself kind of thing. You need to just cut it as you go.
I think I'm
Okay.
good.
Just remember, if it falls on itself, it's probably going to get stuck to itself.
I just wadded it all up in my hands as I was going.
That works. When in doubt. Now, when I do my weeding, I like to get all the little stuff in between all the letters first. But not everybody does that. Some people prefer it the other way, like the way you're doing right now. Yeah, Sarah says that she's terrible with Cricut. That's why she got Chalk Couture.
No joke. You're literally watching me do vinyl for the very first time ever.
So
Like, we did it last week, but
here's the magic
That
of
was
heat
in-
transfer vinyl. Like this little there's a little carrier sheet for it, but it's not sticky. It doesn't stick to anything, like in a bad way. It sticks to the actual like vinyl, the heat transfer vinyl, just enough to hold it. And then when you're ready to like peel it, it's gonna stick to like not all the right spots because it's holographic. But hold on, I just pull, I hold, and I pull. It cannot be easier. Heat transfer vinyl is so much easier to deal with.
wow.
Oh, wow.
And then I'll just keep like weeding around. Sometimes I
Whoa.
noticed with this kind of vinyl, with this holographic one, sometimes it gets a little wonky and it doesn't want to pull up in the right spots all the way, but that's easy enough to fix.
You're like a little kid. She's losing little pieces of vinyl, getting it stuck to her finger, sticking her tongue out.
Listen, you have to stick your tongue out for accuracy.
It's a true story.
Well, that shimmer came out pretty good.
It did. I like the teal. Shocking.
Yeah, can't imagine you liking teal.
So I'm just kind of jabbing this little thing into the parts that I want to pull up. Is there like a better technique or
Nope.
is it okay?
Just stab it.
Just
Just about it. Like, it was funny. I watched last week back. And of course my husband came inside. He was like, "Why are you watching your video?"
Why are you watching yourself?
Yeah, it's like that's a little conceited. I said, "Well, I am the expert. I have to get the advice from the expert." Not really. I did not say that. I kind of thought it to myself, and my husband wouldn't be surprised if I said that. But I did notice that it was funny when Jeff was trying to peel back the vinyl. He was like so careful on that little corner trying to get it, and I was like thinking to myself, "No, you don't need to do that. Just go for it. You're not needing to keep it safe." Like, if it's not the part that you're trying to preserve and actually get something to look like, something, you don't need
Right, just stab it and go.
You just stab it and go.
Yow.
I didn't even notice that, Jamie. Not you, Jamie, the other Jamie.
I know you don't call me Jamie. That's weird.
That it's backwards because it's heat set vinyl.
Yes. So this is
it's like mirrored.
Mirrored. Because when I put it down on my surface, I'm gonna flip it over and heat press it that way.
Now you can heat press right onto wood too with vinyl?
Yes, you can. With heat transfer vinyl. There is actually so on Cricut's site, you can go in and actually look up like all your temperature guides and stuff. And there it'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
It'll tell you for whatever kind of vinyl you have, especially if you bought it from Cricut, what temperature you need it on when you're putting it onto whatever surface. So I have already looked up the one, which is, if anyone can see it, my lights are flickering because I have my heat press on. I've already set it to the right temperature, so it's ready to go when I'm done.
Okay. So I can tell you that I don't hate vinyl, but even as easy as this is probably not going to be my first choice.
What you're going to gravitate towards.
Yeah.
I can see it for big stuff. I bet you
Yeah.
it makes life a lot easier for big stuff.
Yep. I totally agree. I can absolutely see where it would have its benefits. Or if there's something that I want, I could even use the exact same saying that I have with chalk, just if I want it huge or tiny or something.
Right, changing dimensions.
But yeah.
So it was funny because I know we talked about different like uses and applications for Cricut and Chalk like together to make our, Cricut or our Chalk Cricut babies.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, I was like, you know what? You probably couldn't, and you probably are going to try to do this. You'd have to be really careful putting your vinyl on top of chalk.
Why?
Once it's stuck, it's stuck.
Well, no, not even just because once it's stuck, because your transfer paper is sticky. You would have to wax.
I say I better wax in between.
Yes, you would definitely have to wax. I'm glad I brought this up.
Me too.
So you would definitely have to wax in between the layers because it's going to, obviously your transfer paper is going to stick to whatever it's touching,
Right.
i.e. all of it.
Everything.
Exactly.
Jamie says, I love you guys are combining them. That was basically what we figured out because Theresa knows a lot about Cricut and I know a lot about chalk. So we figured that we'd figure out how to make them work because, I mean.
And I'm just here.
You're doing a great job, Jeff.
Thanks, Kate.
I mean, the reality is it isn't always.
One or the other.
Right. Because, I mean, if we take it completely out of this world, a lot of crocheters know how to knit and a lot of knitters know how to crochet. It's the same idea, but it's still different. And there's
approaches.
A place for both of them. So I'm happy that we're figuring that out. All right. transfer tape. Now, all right, if we're trying to avoid sticking, can I?
Okay, I got a pretty good coat of wax on there.
Can I / should I fuzz this?
Now, the problem is if you do the whole fuzzing thing, for those of you who do not know, fuzzing is to take off some of the stickiness. The transfer tape that I gave Jamie is not overly sticky. So if you were to fuzz it, it may not grab onto your vinyl.
Well, we don't want that.
So if you do not do quote unquote fuzzing, what you're going to want to do when you put it on your surface is when you're I always say varnish, and it's not varnish, but varnish with a B. You're going to want to only do it the lettering. You're going to try to avoid doing it.
So you're not pushing
the whole thing. When you're
like, okie dokie.
That makes sense.
So you're just going to try, and you do that a lot of times when you're, depending on the surface that you're trying to put your vinyl down in any situation, that's kind of the same idea. You're trying to only do it onto the letters on some things because you don't want to, have your transfer tape pull up paint or whatever.
Okay. It doesn't matter that it's not going to be completely covered, right? Like there's going to be little bits and pieces.
Yeah, it should be fine.
All right. I mean, it's not like whole words or anything, so.
Right. As long as part of it is covered, it should pull it all up. And if it doesn't, you just have to be careful when you're pulling it off of your, pulling it all off, basically.
Jesus, so many be carefuls. This is not a game for me.
Jamie's not very careful.
I'm just trying to make you be cautious of what you're about to do.
I am bull in China shop.
This may not be the game for you. I think we figured that out.
Got there.
Well, now, of course, because last week, if you guys missed it over on my channel, we did, Chalk Cricut babies, as we keep mentioning. So, of course, I had to make a thing to make a sign saying, I make Chalk Cricut babies.
That is so cool.
So. And keep in mind, too, if you're ever using heat transfer vinyl, that if you have any spots with any of it stuck and you put the heat on it, that's going to transfer. So you got to make sure it's cleaned off of any extra little pieces.
Do I have to?
I think it's
gotta rub it on
I
there.
gotta re-stick it. There, I stick it to this.
Yeah. Use the tool and push it on there.
Popping bubbles.
So.
And then when you peel it, you gotta peel at a heavy angle.
Oh, I remember that. I was here for that.
See? I pay attention.
I remember I had to interpret what that meant. That's how I remember.
So remember how I told you it's less forgiving when you're using something with transfer tape? Heat transfer vinyl is completely different because it's not sticky. So I can move it all around and it's not going to do anything.
Oh.
It's not sticking down to it. So sometimes if you really have something that you don't think is going to sit where you want it to, you have to use heat resistant tape which surprise, Cricut makes that.
Shocking.
I know. One of these days I'll have to show you guys infusible ink. It's
infusible ink?
Infusible ink. It's a Cricut product and it's the way it sounds. It's kind of like heat transfer vinyl in that you cut it out, but then once you put it down onto your wood or fabric or whatever, it's actually in the surface. It's not like the vinyl that sits on top.
Huh.
I haven't done a lot with it, but it's kind of cool. I have a really cool patterny kind of thing. I almost was going to break it out. I'm you know what? Let's leave our experimentations to a limit today. I've got some experimenting, but let's not go that far.
Come up.
I think you got to peel at a heavier angle.
I can't get much heavier than flat.
You weren't doing that.
Yes, it was.
Nope, you got it. You didn't get it stuck down. Oh, never mind. You're peeling it up. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was wait, it's not stuck. Where are you going with that? So I've got my parchment paper. I don't know if there's a certain side I'm supposed to use. I usually use wax paper with my heat transfer vinyl, but I heard a pro tip from somebody named Jamie saying to use a particular item. And luckily enough, I had some in my kitchen.
All right.
It's kind of funny how so much of what we have in the kitchen goes in the craft room too.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna just tape it down so it doesn't keep rolling on me though. I'm about to
What are you
say,
using the back side of the...
Because it's skinnier than
Oh,
this thing.
that'll work. That's a good idea.
Figure pushing hard is pushing hard.
Look at you. You're a professional.
I'm
no,
just
look at that. Get all your
One-
Get all your cricketing tips from Jamie now. Cricket's gonna come to you for those sponsored videos.
That's going to be dangerous.
Oh my god.
That'd be pretty great though.
Right?
I'm telling you, Jeff's gonna want a cricket for Christmas.
As long as one of you guys design it all for me, that's good. I can do that.
I'm telling you, you just pull it right off at Design Space.
Right?
I can test this, right? To make sure that I'm like
What do you mean by test it?
She doesn't know.
I'm gonna finish a sentence for you.
Okay.
I can
Oh, Connie's here. Hey, Connie.
Hi Connie. I can squish down the W and then like pull up the tape just a little bit to see if it's working enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do that.
That was what
What you were going for?
Yeah.
I'm going to put down my heat press. I've already got it set to the right temp and time, and I'm going to do a little bit of pressure. I don't remember what it said. The heat guide and stuff tells you like light pressure, medium pressure, hard pressure. I don't know if I've ever done anything that required more than light pressure, but I'm just going to push down on it.
Yeep.
I didn't realize you were supposed to put pressure on them. We never push on it.
Oh, well, it depends on
for
what you're doing.
vinyl. I mean, for the ink.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
That's
if there's a certain...
I don't know if I'm pushing hard enough.
It's not sticking.
I mean, but it's sticking more to the tape.
Well, I waxed it too, so I wonder if there's might be a little too much wax on there.
I mean, it's
Try with the big burners thing. Just go across it. I don't think you're going to pull that paste up.
okie dokie.
Famous last words.
Y'all heard him, right?
So now it's my fault. Watch.
Of course. Who else's fault would it be
That's right.
in this situation?
Oh, yeah, it's bubbling. We
Ruh-roh.
got a bubble.
Well, pull the whole damn thing up. Look at me go. So it is somewhat removable. Look at that.
Oh,
Well, yeah. It's because that might be part of the wax. It's
Oh.
like a double-edged sword. Either it's too sticky or not sticky enough. Oh, and to answer your question, Sarah, I really don't know if there's a right side or not to the parchment paper. I'm just going with it. Whatever
Oh.
side it ended up facing downward is the right side right now.
Yeah, I don't know if there is either, honestly. Just make sure it's parchment paper and not wax paper. Otherwise, you'll have a whole nother mess on your hands.
So I've got I know the middle part is good, but my edges are definitely not, they're not where they're supposed to be. So when in doubt, I'm just going to do it again. If I was smart, I would break out my little mini one, but I don't feel like
Mini
going
press.
out of the room. Yeah, I got the mini.
All the same direction.
Easy heavy hander.
Well, there's certain techniques that are the same with chalk as they are with vinyl. And if you start in one direction, try to continue in the same direction.
Nope,
Yeah, that's
that doesn't matter with vinyl.
It did just a minute ago.
She was making bubbles because she was pulling too hard. Wax paper definitely has a right and wrong side.
Yeah.
Well, luckily enough, this is a
Let's see what we got.
whatchamacallit.
Okay, people, in the comments, give me some fingers crossed, because here we go again.
Here we go.
Here I go again on my own. Eep.
Yeah, you're
Oh.
doing it. So when you're pulling your transfer tape back, you're gonna almost slide it on the surface, not even lift it up.
Okay.
And you can do exactly what you're doing there with your weeding tool, is kind of keep your stuff. If it looks like it's about to lift, just push it down with your weeding tool.
All right.
See, follow your instincts.
This is me going, nope, 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 nope. You stay. Stay.
You can do it.
Intently watching.
This is exciting television, people.
It really is. Hey guys, you know how it works. You get what you pay for. YouTube is free for most people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and they're getting their dollars worth today.
Oop, you got it. Between the fingernails and the weeder, we got it picked right down.
Yep.
I don't think Cricut is supposed to, or vinyl is supposed to be a two-man job. It's a two-making job, though.
There you go.
Oh, no!
We're losing one. Get your pick in there.
I'm working.
That's so funny.
What are you doing? Hold it down.
Holding.
Don't do it as we did it.
No paying attention anymore,
I can't
okay?
see.
Hey, every bit of this is kind of on the experimental side of things.
That's right.
We're just gonna have to go with it. We're just testing out theories here.
In reality, it's not that bad.
No.
I mean, it's just eek. We'll just push it back down. It'll be fine. There.
Hey,
Not too bad.
No.
Got to touch up a few little spots that we pulled up, but not bad at all.
No.
I think that came out very cool.
yes, it worked out just fine.
Yeah.
I like the color. The color is really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to switch us back over here.
People.
Oh, peoples. Welcome, fall.
I'm
Even
waiting
though
for
they're
it
not
to
fall
be
colors.
cool enough. So with heat transfer vinyl, it tells you when to pull up the carrier paper, and it tells me to do this one on when it's cooled down. It's still pretty warm, so it gives you an idea of what it'll look like, though.
Very
So,
cool.
I'm still waiting on it to cool enough to pull up, and we'll find out if it worked out or not.
So you used ink on the wood, right?
I used ink on the wood, and then I used heat transfer vinyl on top of that, and I heat pressed it. So we'll see.
Jamie asked who snorted. Who do you think?
It's always Jamie.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I think it's not really cooled down yet, but it's letting me pull it up. So I'm gonna give you guys the full effect.
See, hers pulls off really easy.
Oh, see, it's pulling up some of the
ink.
ink. Telling you guys, we're testing out theories here. So I'm gonna go from a different direction. It's Chill trying to pull up some of that ink.
That's surprising.
Well,
Pulling
the
the
ink might not have been dry.
Oh, yeah, because ink has to be fully dry before you heat set.
Ink takes longer.
Okay, well.
Put the iron back on. Just push.
That's right.
Fine.
It's okay.
Out.
It's okay.
And like I said, I'm not all that invested in it, so testing things out isn't going to hurt me.
It's very cool vinyl.
Yeah.
It's really cool vinyl when it works right.
Oh, you know what? We're back on regular screen. I'm going to show everybody my shirt.
Oh, yep.
I promised I would.
Yeah, it's not really working well for
Old
me.
lady leg. Can you see it?
You can see it. You're right in frame. Pro tip, Master Chalker.
Yes. Jamie provides the pro tips a lot, so you.
Oh.
I'm going to try this again.
Can you reheat set?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool.
I'm
I mean,
going rogue.
I don't need a Cricut for Christmas or anything, but you know, if there's something in my brain that I'm like, yo, I know a few people who'll cut for me. I'll provide you the
friends.
vinyl. You
Slice it up.
slice it up for me.
Yeah. Well, I have a pretty decent stock of it, if you can imagine that.
I can't believe that.
Not for a second, I'm sure.
I forget what we were discussing earlier, but she says, I'm quite sure I have it in my craft pile. Oh, it was the spoons, the wooden spoons.
Yeah. Jamie had
May have one or two
projects
sets.
come out with the club transfer, and I was like, I'm sure I have those somewhere to attach them to. Tammy says, shocker.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Well, that's cool. I'm gonna have to add some. I have some sunflowers from the Dollar Tree and some pretty ribbons. We'll put it on the door
Very cool.
because I mean it's shiny teal.
Yeah, it definitely didn't like all of that ink.
Oh yeah.
So that's all right.
Yeah, I think if you try it again, get the ink, let it dry really good,
I
and
did
then
go
do your
back.
heat transfer on top. Looks good though.
Yeah, it was just only a couple spots.
Yeah.
It's like
And funny enough, it's in the spots that there's not any vinyl.
Right?
Like it was too much. It was too much for it to handle. It's like, no, it's too hot. It's too hot.
yeah.
What temp did you heat set on?
That one was at 300.
That's what we do ink at. 315?
25.
325?
But it's also would have had time to dry.
Yeah,
Right.
And you've never really tried it out on wood, so who knows?
that's true too.
There are people who do it, but that's all right. This is my experimental board now, so I'll let you know what I come up with when I use it. I'll do little splotches, like this temperature, this temperature, this temperature.
I let this part dry for 5 minutes, this part dry for 10 minutes.
That's right.
Too
Maybe
funny.
back.
Yeah, I don't think the vinyl likes the wax.
I might have waxed it a little heavy because I was worried about pulling the chalk off.
I mean, it's not coming up, but I'm also a little anal and just keep pushing at
I was
it.
going to say, if you'd leave it alone, it'd probably be fine. My God. Awesome. Well, 2 more Chalk Cricut babies
Yep.
There you
made
go.
today.
Mine's a little ugly.
All babies are beautiful, Teresa.
Very cool. Well, thanks for coming to hang out with us, guys, and see what we made, what we got up to. We'll have to have some more fun next Friday. Will be another live for us.
We'll be back to our normal 2
Normal
o'clock.
2 o'clock hours.
This was a special edition. So thanks for coming and teaching me how to Cricut.
Use Mod Podge over it. Kinda says-
Mhm.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea. I don't know if you're talking about for the vinyl, Connie, or for the chalk, but we could do Mod Podge over the chalk and then the vinyl.
Yeah.
To seal it, almost. Like
So,
a clear.
Connie, I'm giving you credit for both ideas. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. I just happen to have some of that.
Imagine
Shocking.
that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, T, thanks for coming to hang out with us.
Yeah.
You're
thanks.
welcome. If Plaid ever sends you stuff, then I ended up losing I lost an S too.
Oh,
It says I make Chalk Cricut baby.
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 It's Chalk Cricut, baby.
It just needs a little accent. Maybe I can cut
Yeah.
off the S and do baby.
And on that note, we'll
Yeah.
see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.